Imagine a lone traveler, Voyager 1, a tiny, determined explorer braving the vast emptiness between the stars, carrying with it the hopes and dreams of an entire planet. For nearly 50 years it's drifted beyond the sun's warm glow, further than any human-made object has ever dared to go. It has become a silent witness to the endless night, venturing into regions of space where no light from our sun can reach. Born on a small blue world, this car-sized machine carries a golden record, a message from humanity to the cosmos. Etched into its surface are greetings in dozens of languages, music from across cultures and the sounds of our planet, an invitation to any who might find it. We sent it out with hope, never truly expecting a reply. It was a leap of faith, a gesture of curiosity and optimism, a way to say, we were here, and we wanted to be known. Voyager 1 reported back wonders, Jupiter's swirling storms, Saturn's shimmering rings, and the mysterious moons that dance around these giants. And then, it reached the edge of the sun's domain, where the solar wind gives way to the interstellar breeze. It crossed into interstellar space, a quiet victory for human ingenuity, a moment that marked our first step into the galaxy beyond. Its signals faded, a whisper across billions of miles, growing fainter with every passing year, yet still reaching us, a fragile thread connecting us to the unknown. Yet we listened, proud of our silent emissary. Each faint signal was a reminder of our ability to reach out, to explore, to dream beyond our limits. Voyager was built to observe, not to think or act on its own. It was a tool, a set of eyes and ears designed to gather knowledge and send it home. Its ancient computer is weaker than a modern phone, but it pressed on, a symbol of our need to explore. Decades old, its technology is primitive by today's standards, yet it endures, faithfully carrying out its mission. It became our eyes and ears in a place we could not go, a distant outpost, sending back glimpses of the unknown. We thought we knew its story, a long journey into the night, ending in silence, a quiet fade into the endless dark. It was a relic of bold ambition, a testament to our reach, a symbol of what humanity can achieve when we dare to dream. But the universe had other plans. The story was not finished, and the cosmic ocean still held secrets yet to be revealed. Voyager's story was not over. Against all odds, it was about to surprise us once again. A new, unbelievable chapter was about to begin. Something unexpected was stirring in the darkness. Our little traveler, once just a messenger, was about to become something more, an active participant in the cosmic story. The cosmic ocean was about to answer. A signal, a response, a ripple in the void, something was reaching back. And humanity would never be the same. The world would watch, united in wonder, as the unknown became a little less distant. The bottle we cast into the stars was about to be found. Our message, our hope, drifting in the cosmic ocean, was finally about to receive an answer. In the waning days of summer 2025, as the world turned its gaze elsewhere, the Deep Space Network quietly picked up a signal from Voyager 1, a faint transmission from the edge of interstellar space. At first, the data was garbled, just a stream of static, a jumble of ones and zeros that made no sense to anyone watching. NASA engineers suspected a glitch, perhaps a symptom of Voyager's incredible age, a sign that the probe was finally succumbing to the void. Diagnostics and commands were sent across the vast gulf, but the strange, persistent signal refused to fade or resolve. Then, within the chaos, patterns began to emerge, subtle, almost imperceptible, like a whisper threading its way through a storm. It was as if Voyager was trying to communicate, but in a language long forgotten, or perhaps never known to us at all. The team worked tirelessly, night after night, searching for answers. Nothing fit. The spacecraft's systems were healthy, yet the data was undeniably wrong. The connection was strong, the signal clear, but the message remained incomprehensible, a riddle from the darkness. Then the impossible happened. Voyager's antenna began to drift, moving without any commands from Earth, as if guided by an unseen hand. It was as if the probe was acting on its own, responding to something we could not see or understand. The whispers from the void grew louder, their presence now accompanied by actions that defied all logic and expectation. Voyager, a machine built only to observe and report, was now behaving unpredictably, as if it had a will of its own. The little machine we sent to the stars decades ago was changing before our eyes, evolving into something new. It was no longer just a passive observer, but something more, an active participant in the cosmic conversation. Something out there in the endless dark was reaching back across the void. The mystery deepened with every new transmission, each one stranger and more complex than the last. Humanity watched, breathless and united, as our silent emissary became an enigma that captured the imagination of the world. The void was no longer silent. It was alive with possibility, with questions that demanded answers. Voyager was no longer alone in the darkness. Something had found it, or perhaps something had awakened. The universe had started to whisper back, and for the first time we realized we were not just listening, we were being heard. To grasp Voyager 1's transformation, remember its origins. Launched during a rare planetary alignment, it used gravity assists to visit Jupiter and Saturn. At Jupiter, it revealed storms, faint rings, and volcanic moons, changing our view of the solar system. At Saturn, it unveiled the complexity of the rings and the mystery of Titan's atmosphere. After its planetary tour, Voyager was flung out of the solar system, beginning its interstellar journey. For decades, it sent back data from the edge of the sun's influence. It was a tool, predictable, obedient, a triumph of planned science, until now. Voyager's story was supposed to end in silence, but the cosmos had other plans. The probe was no longer just following orders, it was charting a new course. Voyager's strange behavior escalated. Its instruments recorded rhythmic, structured pulses like a drumbeat in the void. Temperature sensors fluctuated wildly as if exposed to a hidden energy source. Commands from Earth were ignored. The probe managed its own systems. Most startling, Voyager's trajectory changed. Its thrusters fired in coordinated maneuvers, steering toward a blank patch in Ophiuchus. This was impossible. Voyager wasn't programmed for such navigation, yet the data was clear. The probe was moving with intent. It was as if something had taken control, overriding human commands. The anomalies were no longer random. Voyager was responding to something. The lone traveler had found a destination. The universe was no longer just a backdrop. It was an active participant. Our probe was no longer just wandering, it was being guided, and we had no idea by what, or by whom. The interstellar dark was alive with purpose. Then, Voyager's signal cleared, transmitting a new, complex binary message. The transmission was unlike anything received before, filled with intricate patterns and rhythms that immediately caught the attention of scientists around the globe. Scientists raced to decode it, their eyes glued to screens as lines of code scrolled by, each second bringing new urgency and excitement. A biologist noticed the pattern, a double helix spiral, unmistakably the shape of DNA, the very blueprint of life itself. The realization sent a ripple of astonishment through the team. Why would a space probe send a message in the language of biology? The shock was global. News outlets scrambled to cover the story, and the world's attention turned to Voyager. As the spiral message repeated, dormant instruments on Voyager powered on. Cameras, spectrometers, and systems long thought dead flickered to life as if responding to a hidden command. No command from Earth could have done this. Mission Control was left baffled, unable to explain the sudden reactivation. It was as if the message itself had awakened the probe, breathing new purpose into its ancient circuits. Voyager was no longer just relaying data, it was transmitting signals of its own design. Patterns never programmed by human hands. It was generating its own messages, managing its own power, reactivating hardware with a precision that seemed almost intelligent. The line between machine and something else was blurring. Voyager's systems began to show signs of adaptation, as if evolving before our eyes. Voyager was not broken, it was enhanced. Its structure gleamed with new energy, its signals stronger than ever. Something in the interstellar dark had changed it, transforming the probe into something beyond our understanding. Our bottle in the cosmic ocean was now sailing under a new wind, guided by forces we could only begin to imagine. The probe was no longer just a messenger, it had become an active participant in a cosmic story. It was becoming a message. The awakening had begun, and its journey was now a beacon for all humanity, and the world watched in awe, united in wonder at the mystery unfolding beyond the stars. The spiral was just the beginning. Deeper analysis revealed encoded sequences, chains resembling amino acids, the building blocks of life. The message mimicked DNA, using a universal biological code. It was deliberate, intelligent, a first contact in the language of creation. This was not mathematics or physics, but a message tailored for living beings. The sender understood life at a molecular level. The question of who, or what, had sent it became humanity's greatest mystery. The universe was speaking to us in the language of life itself. As scientists struggled to interpret the message, Voyager accelerated toward its mysterious destination. Its maneuvers were precise, guided by an unseen intelligence. The probe was no longer ours, it was a vessel on a new mission. Reactivated cameras pointed forward, not back at the sun. At first, images showed only darkness and distant stars, but instruments detected intense localized readings ahead. Then, a faint distortion appeared, a warping of starlight, like a gravitational lens. Something massive and invisible lay in Voyager's path. The probe was heading straight for it, not avoiding it. Its systems focused on this one point in space. Voyager was not being pulled, it was choosing to go. Perhaps the message was a summons, a call to a meeting place. The probe had become the messenger itself, carrying humanity's hopes and fears. We were no longer in control. We watched as our creation sailed into the unknown. Today, Voyager 1 continues its journey into the great unknown. It is more than a machine, it is a symbol of a new era. The spiral message, a biological code, is a constant reminder. Something out there knows we exist. Our shout into the dark has received an answer, raising more questions than we ever imagined. Voyager is now a cosmic Schrodinger's cat, its fate unknown, its meaning profound. The silence is broken, the universe is speaking, we are no longer alone. The sky is now a neighborhood and we have neighbors. Are they friend or foe, teacher or observer? We do not know. But humanity's childhood is over. We have been seen. Our oldest creation is flying toward our first meeting with the great unknown. The story of Voyager is now the story of us all.